Hello, everyone, and good morning. Good morning. I am running a tad bit behind due to technical issues. I was trying to start early, so I'm going to keep being persistent on this. I want to welcome everybody to. I'm giving y'all two different perspectives. I want to give y'all different perspectives on branding your authority. Okay. So I'm going live utilizing the Melon app. And utilizing the Melon app works for me. Well, let me start off like this. Let me introduce myself. Hello, everybody. I am Cortesia Oxford. Let's go here. Go to this other profile real quick. I do apologize, y'all. It's just technical issue after technical issue. All right. So, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. I'm going to go ahead and start this live. I told y'all we're going to be going live about building your authority, and I'm going to give y'all the tea on how to show up the most powerfully um, in your industry. So I hope that y'all are taking notes and ready to go. I have people on here that are that know me from high school, know me business and professionally, and I'm just going to speak to everybody. Okay. So again, hello everybody. My name is Cortesia Oxford. You know what? Let me do it on the other phone because that's wrong. Finish. Yeah. I'm so sorry, y'all. I did something and I did not think it through, because I'm going to also go live on this new app called AMP. And if you have not heard of AMP, it is great for you to get started and get out there. And I'm building my audience on there as well. So I'm focusing on making sure I build my audience all the way. So this gives you time to get in, get your paper, get your water, get your tea, get all the things you need so that I can give you the 2023 plan that we are going through to brand your authority. Go ahead and drop in the chat where you're from, if you're here, if you're watching this live, or you are watching the replay, so that I can know where you're from. And if you have any questions regarding branding or what branding your authority is, please make sure you put that in the chat. All right. All right. That's that one. Amp branding your. This is about business and careers. If you haven't, I'm right now setting up the AMP app, and I'm learning how to uh do that. Is very interesting. So, if you are interested in a new platform, the AMP app, Joe Budden is on here, some other people. So, um, it's a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah. Copy. Uh, All right, there we go. I'm also on the AMP app. Y'all are welcome to join. Um, go live. Okay. Yes, go live. All right, all right, all right. So AMP starts with being, it's like a podcast episode. So if you are looking to put yourself in different areas, please join the AMP app as well. So I'm live on AMP, I'm live on my other page, and I'm live on YouTube. So y'all can get this team. If you are watching the video version via YouTube, you see that I have 6 rental car up there. Please pay attention to this page simply because I'm going to break down branding your authority based on that. So if you watched the live yesterday, you know that I was discussing being the authority for 2023. A lot of people have this major issue where they have these amazing products, amazing services, and you're the best kept secret. Nobody knows about you. Nobody knows anything about what you specialize in, how you specialize, how you show up. Like it looks very regular. It looks like other people, it looks like it's been done before, and you're frustrated simply because you're like, why ain't nobody shopping with me? Why ain't nobody beating down my door? Because I'm clearly the obvious choice. I'm clearly the best kept secret. Well, yesterday I went over the formula for being the authority. Well, I started with the framework, and I'm gonna recap the overall authority framework. So, first of all, when you are the authority, you have to make sure, well, oh, let me reintroduce myself. Hello, everybody. I'm Cortesia Oxford. I'm the branding architect. I love everything about branding. More specifically, I love everything about making sure people show up in saturated markets without using scammy marketing techniques. That's like those girls you see walking in front of the plane or walking in front of stuff, and you like, why is you walking in front of a plane? Why is you walking in front of a Benz? Don't that seem strange? I'm the girl who's going to make sure that your photos and videos actually have a message, and you're not out here looking like everybody else. So that is my part of branding, and I make sure that we burn the thought of your business into the minds, hearts, and of your customers. Okay, so getting back to it, the framework is authority. Okay. In order to stand out in any saturated market, you have to be the authority. You have to be the obvious choice. You have to make sure you show up like I know what I'm talking about. And regardless of if you're shy, regardless of if whatever is going on, you still have to show up. So, yesterday we went over A through H of authority. So, A is making sure you are completely authentic. Authentic is making sure Authentic is making sure that you are completely clear about who you are, who you help, your emotions. Like I told y'all yesterday, my nervous twitch when I go live is to rub my nose. I'm completely authentic about that's who I am. Am I working on it? Yes, I am working on it. Because of my ADHD, I feel like I have to fumble with things, right? So my friend gave me something where she was like, try this and see if it works for you not messing with your nose. So I'm about to try it. I'm not gonna tell y'all, we've been working on that at the end. So just making sure you're completely authentic in your personality. You're not acting like everybody else in the industry. Like there are tons of people that do branding. There are tons of people that do design. There are tons of people that say they do the same thing that I do. However, they don't do it just like me. They don't explain the same things that I do. So if you are a person that is in your industry and you know you are the best kept secret, you have to make sure when you connect with people, you're uniquely yourself, truly yourself. Like we know Kanye. Kanye is authentically himself. He's himself. He's not changing for nobody, even though we may think it's irrational. Kanye is himself authentically. You is unified. We want to make sure we unify people under us, but we also want to make sure we unify ourselves with other people that are in the industry. So this is basically like collaboration. A lot of times people are afraid to collaborate with people in their same industry because they think that somebody's going to steal their ideas. Well, guess what? Nobody's going to steal your ideas. If you literally think somebody's going to steal your ideas, you should be pushing them out a lot faster. And that's just being honest. Nobody can steal your sauce. Nobody can steal who you are. You have to be able to unify with other people around you, because by unifying with other people and collaborating with them, you can grow your audience. You can borrow audiences. You can literally connect with people on different levels through unifying, and you're able to build community. And a lot of times community is what buys into your offers. Like, think about people that you really like you just shop with all the time, like Fashion Nova. A lot of people love Fashion Nova. Every time they see their favorite star in Fashion Nova, they're literally like, oh my God, Jada Cheese got on this. I gotta go buy it. I gotta go buy out. Or those people that follow uh the royal family, right? Every time Kate wears something, it sells out. It completely sells out. And why does it sell out? Because she has a community that follows her due to how she is. Now, we don't know how she truly is behind closed doors, but people, what they show online, people are in love with her, and she's built a community based off of that. Now, T as a part of authority is making sure you have tangible assets that support that you are the authority. A lot of people don't understand that, a part of being the authority, you have to have products, you have to have services, you have to have packages that literally help people get to a solution. Now, a lot of times people have the issue when they have tangible things is that they have too many things going on. You need to narrow it down and make sure you create specific solutions that get people to their desired result or desired reality outside of any and everything else that may be going on. And you want to make sure it's tangible, where they can actually see, okay, this is where I'm at and this is where I'm going to be. A lot of people sit there and believe, uh creating reels is the only way to be able to give the digital transformation, right? Or you see people running to create books to put on Amazon. There are so many different ways you can do this. You can do this through screen recordings, Loom videos. Yes, you can write ebooks. You can do it through templates. You can do it through so many different array of things where you can literally go through and say, okay, this is what I'm really into. Let me, you know what? I'm gonna read y'all a list of things you can create for your digital products or products in general. Now, this is me coming to y'all and letting y'all know a lot of people are going to tell y'all that you can just go into Canva or go into different places and design these things without uh and design these things without going through and thinking about, where you're going to put them. Yes, Canva is a great and amazing resource, but you want to make sure that if you are designing something that is intended to be in print and in digital, that you pay attention to how it's designed in there in order to make that happen. Okay, so part, and I'll show y'all real quick. So when you're designing something, I'm gonna, show you real quick. When you are doing the thing, when you are branding your authority, again, if you are watching me and you're seeing my face, you can't see what I'm doing on this screen. You're welcome to go to YouTube and type in the branding architect, and you will see it on there. So if you go to create a design and you do a custom design, and I'm gonna do create a design, and then I'm gonna type in workbook. No, journals are really popular. A lot of people are really popular with journals. So if you type in journal, select journal, and when you go here, you want to make sure that you are creating something that you can. Because I'm actually on LinkedIn as well too, under Cortesia Oxford. You're welcome to look on there as well. So if you go here, and we'll just grab one of these, and you want to make sure you go to file. You want to make sure that you view the settings, And then you want to show rulers and guides. Go back to file, view settings. You want to show margins. And then finally, you want to view settings and you want to show print bleeds. The This will prepare your document for both to make sure that those print bleeds, whatever you drag over there, you're able to see it on both sides. If you are considering printing, it is more expensive. Like this is 8.5 by 11 that you would normally print it off on, right? But have you ever seen those documents where somebody prints something and they have like a white line around it? It's because when it's printed out, it literally gets cut. The overall design gets cut off simply because um they didn't pay the extra money to go up in paper size to have them cut it down to have the color touch corner to corner. So it is a little bit more expensive if you actually, care about that quality along with, paper and things like that. When you are, you know what? I literally am showing this and y'all can't even see it because it's screen sharing on one tab. There we go. All right, so you want to make sure, and I'm not going to open this in the app. You want to make sure you go to File. You want to go to View Settings, Show Rules and Guides, Show Margins, and Show Print Bleeds. This right here in the middle is the margins, and on the outside that is the print bleeds. Please make sure as you are going through uh this overall thing that you pay attention to how this is laid out. It is a little bit more expensive when you do print corner to corner, and based on the weight and type of paper. All right, so that's when we talk about creating tangible assets. So let's see what we got here. Is this it? Nope. Let's go back here. I'm trying to give y'all all of the details because both of my phones are in use. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so you can sell budget trackers, spreadsheets, printable planner pages, recipe cards, and meal planners, invitation announcements, customizable marketing materials, and digital greeting cards. Okay, those are some of the things you can sell that are easy for you to make money off of and go from there. Okay, now you don't be limited to just like one platform either. Like you can literally choose any and every platform, um any and every platform to go through this process. Now let's see, I can share my screen. Eh. Okay, so I can't see if anybody's making any comments or anything, because I've got all my devices in use. This is why you always have somebody that is on your lives helping you out. Grab this. My devices are not in use, so we're gonna try to make this work. I want to make sure I answer all of your questions. All right, so we are on T, which is tangible. H is a hero, be the hero or heroine. When I'm saying be the hero or heroine, I am saying that every hero, every heroine has a strong backstory and they utilize that backstory to be able to fuel them forward. The same is true of you as being the authority. You have a brand story for the reason why you started this. Like you didn't just go and say, you know what, I'm gonna look on Google and I'm gonna do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. I don't know. You literally jumped out and you were like, you know, this is what sticks with me. I'm good at this. I'm talented with this. And if I'm talented with this, I know I can utilize this in order to be able to help people in another way. Or, you know, I know we went through that age where a lot of people were like, let me get a vendors list and then I'm gonna make $1 million just because I'm on Shopify. Well, you have to go a little deeper than that. Who are you saving? Like Fashion Nova got real popular after Cardi B was like, even though I'm a millionaire, I still like to save money on that Fashion Nova because it's cute. You know what I'm saying? It's cute. It works. It is something that's nice. And they grew. Fashion Nova became known as the rich girl's way of saving money on clothing. Now I know people are like, "Oh, Shein." However, people have been complaining about Shein. I want y'all to think about who is the hero. Like right now, who is the best? You heard about all that stuff happening with Southwest, right? So who is the best airline right now? Who is the best airline right now that people are enjoying? I got my first listener on air. What's up? Um, So yes, and if you want to, I have enabled call in for my AMP app, and you are able to call in and ask any questions. Didn't know that was possible. Okay, growth. All right. So yes, you want to make sure you are the hero or the heroine in your story. Think about Superman, Spider-Man, all of these heroes had stories that had pain in it, and that pain was utilized in order to be able to push them forward into doing something different. So as you are designing your business, think about what your backstory is that you're going to utilize to connect with others, to let them know, hey, I've been there. I understand what you're going through. Like for me, I understand what it's like to be out there and know that you are the obvious choice, right? And when you know you're the obvious choice and you look online and you're like, there are so many different people that are either not doing what they say they can do with the customer, they cannot transform them, they can't do that. Um, for example, I have had this year 3 cases of people that have come to me due to font choices. Okay. There have been designers that have been out here saying, okay, I can design you a logo, or I can design your website, or I can go here and get your fonts. Okay. When somebody gets a font that they utilize in your logo or on your website, there are terms and conditions that come with that font. Okay. A lot of times people don't pay attention to that. There are literally terms and conditions that come along with a font that you have. If you're going to defunt.com and it says free for personal use, you're not supposed to use it for your business. You're not supposed to. But there are a lot of people that are in my industry that are designers. Sorry, y'all. That are designers that are literally going through and giving these people the fonts off of defunt.com. And when they're giving you those, I literally had a woman that got a font off of a website called Creative Fabrica. And when she got her font off of Creative Fabrica, she thought, oh, I'm good. She knows Creative Market. She got her font off Creative Market. She thought she was good. But when you read the terms and conditions, it literally says this is only good for this is only good for a certain amount of uses. It has to be in picture format in order to be utilized on your website, right? So when they contacted her and told her, hey, this ain't right. This ain't right. This is not cool. This is not what you think it is. It's not. So if you let's go to Creative Market. If you are a they have different licenses on there, where you can get different fonts or whatever, but like going to Creative Market, you're actually able to see, these fonts on here cost money. It's, you think you're paying $1 for a font or a font family, right? It's not like that. You literally have to look at the terms and conditions that come with it. They have entire businesses that are built off of it. So it's usually broken down into desktop, e-publications, app, and web font, right? And then you have to go through and look at how many views are you going to have on the internet with the web font, right? And if you look at, you're going to have 10 million plus views. Those people want $4,000, not just $75. So you have to make sure you look at things like that. A lot of people are using fonts that are in Canva, and they haven't went through and ensured that, do I own this font outside of Canva? What do I have to do in order to utilize this font outside of Canva? And it's not always promised that, you know, it's yours. By doing the research, just because you have Canva, it doesn't guarantee that you utilizing this font in different places that it can be used for your own commercial use outside of Canva, which is crazy, right? So you have to make sure you look and you actually own your font licenses and stuff like that. They give you a lot of details. And like even for enterprises, breaking it down and saying, what do you want to use it for? So somebody like Canva would go in and see what all of that costs. This breaks it down to what the letter forms are, and you can preview the files. This is what's all included. And it literally just breaks it down to what you actually get. Now, when you download the file, you're going to get a file that tells you, hey, these are your limits. This is what you got. This is what you actually bought. Don't go through and forget that. Make sure you read it. Okay. So next, we got the hero, we got the heroine, we got our brand story. Now we're going to O. We want to be optimistic. I know y'all have seen those people online that literally you feel like they're a killjoy, right? But being optimistic as a part of the authority framework, you're optimistic in whatever you're good at, basically. So think about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is completely optimistic that he knows what he knows. Nobody can tell him any differently. You give him a cell phone and Twitter, and this man is just tweeting. He's optimistic that this is right. When he tweeted about Brittany Griner, he's optimistic. He's confident and hopeful about his future. He said, "Make America great again." He is completely optimistic about his message. Okay. When Barack Obama was president, um, it was yes we can, I believe it was his slogan. He was completely optimistic about the changes that he could do. So optimism is not saying that I guarantee this, but it's a positive outlook on the ability to be able to have something successful come out. Right now, mindset comes into play, where if you say, I am optimistic that the future is grim, or I'm optimistic that this is going to suck. Well, if you're optimistic it's going to suck, it's going to suck. If you're optimistic it's going to do well, it's going to do well. You have to be in control of your mindset and how those things happen. I was listening to a reel yesterday where they said the hardest emotion for people to have is joy. A lot of times people are so used to planning for the negative that they don't get a chance to really enjoy joy. And then this man's wife died that he had for 40 years. And then he was like, I wish I would have taken more opportunities to enjoy the joy that I had with them rather than preparing myself for the worst. So you have to understand your optimism is either you're going to be optimistic about the bad or optimistic about the good, but understand whatever you're optimistic about is going to come back to you. All right. You want to make sure you are a resource. All right. When you are a resource, you have to make sure that you are clearly and make sure you're a responsible resource. When you are somebody's resource, you're the person with the things necessary that people need in order to operate in that area, whatever they're failing in. They know that you are the obvious choice for those things, right? So I used to work for American Express Travel. A lot of people don't know that when you go through AMX, you can get certain benefits based on the cards that you have. I used to work in the platinum department. If you had a gold card, you went through like regular travel agents or whatever, right? So when you go through American Express Travel, um, you already know based on your experience with the card that they are the resource for you getting to your location. The things that we used to do at American Express Travel, we literally had a woman that was stranded. Somebody stole their passports. And she knew that somebody stole my passports. I have a platinum American Express card. I can call American Express and they're going to give me the resources I need in order to get to where I need to go, right? We were able to get her to the embassy based on her platinum American Express card. When you are a responsible resource, you understand who your client is, how you can help them, and how to line things up from them so that they know when, where, and how to come back in order to achieve their results no matter what situation they are in. So, again, knowing your customer is key in this overall situation. So you have to make sure, no matter what, that you understand your customer all the way through. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, you know their issues, you know their problems, you know what brings them joy, you know all of these things all the way down to the T. Okay? Next, imaginative. So you have to make sure you have an imagination, y'all. Um, I know when we was kids, we were always taught to color inside of the lines. We were taught to um think a specific kind of way. Okay. But having an imagination allows you to come up with solutions that people would not normally think of. It allows you to come up with creative ideas. Um, it allows you to be inventive with your words. It allows you to be inventive with your connections. If you know anything about me, you know that I love Audrea Richmond, right? Audrea Richmond, and I'm gonna pick up her planner. Audrea Richmond has a thing called the launch circle, and I'm gonna show it on both screens. So she has the launch circle. She has the launch circle, y'all. Okay. So with the launch circle, she literally has taken all of her knowledge and put it into this thing. And I'm gonna go to her website, y'all. Because I was talking about American Express on being a resource. So let's go to Audrey Richmond. I clearly did too much. We're going to show on stream. We're going to Okay, like that. I'm so sorry, y'all. Um, I'm still live. Okay, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking, and somebody's watching. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna go to what I did was is I clicked on the wrong thing, y'all. Okay, so Audrey Richmond has systems, she has books, she has all of these different things, right? She went through and put all of this stuff into this launch planner, okay? On how to launch. And she has a membership that goes along with it. We are currently on okay, imagination. She had to go through and think and pull all of her thoughts out of her head and create something that no one's ever seen before. There are, I looked up online launch certifications at one point in time, but the launch certification was very regular. It's like a PMP or something like that. And it was very regular, very basic, very boring. She's been able to, number one, use her imagination and use her thought process to come up with ideas and creations and all these different things to be able to generate $1 million company that she has taken and created tangible products. So if you look at my list, we make sure that we have the imagination in order to create those tangible products, but we have to pull those thoughts out of our head, out of our imagination in order to be able to see more things. A lot of times, the reason that you're unable to be the authority is that you are so stuck in your head. And I understand that as the authority, it is hard being the authority and trapped in your creativity. And you're so used to creating and you're so used to making these things, right? And because you're so used to making everything, it's like, how am I supposed to take it and make this? How can I make this? How can I make this? How is it possible? And what I will say is just start. Think about the commonly asked questions that people are asking you and imagine and then document that solution. So for me, when I saw people that were in a saturated market, right? I was like, their issue is this specifically. This is their issue. I know what their issue is. I know that they need to show up in this way. They need to show up as the authority, right? I know how to set people apart. I know how to take a message and put it into a picture. I know you don't just need a flyer. And in order for that to be true, I've had to go through and create frameworks. I've had to go through and pull the things that are in my head out, right? If you know my friend Jessica, she told me yesterday, she was like, listen, you can come up with a framework for anything. And your framework is basically how you do things. And if you stay tuned, let's see, what day are we doing next? Ah, if you stay tuned, you will get that information on how to create your authority roadmap, which is day 4. And day 4, I will go into creating your authority roadmap. Okay, and that'll include frameworks and etc. So by doing research and going out and seeing all of these things, I've literally been able to see what actually works, how what actually works when connecting with people and creating a visual communication strategy. Like a lot of people are out here creating reels just because they're like, I'm going to create a reel just because everybody else is doing it, but you have not used your imagination to think outside of the box. You're so busy looking at all of the reels you see online and you see the transitions, you're liking them, you're saving the sounds. And even though you're liking them and saving the sounds, on the inside, what you feel is jealousy. You feel inferior. And I'm telling you this because I felt it. You feel inferior. You feel jealous. You feel irritated because you're like, I'm irritated that this person is out here blowing up. They blowing up just because it look like they got their body done or it looks like they fit this specific type. But once you get out of that frustration and you get out of being upset and you get out of feeling like, oh my God, I gotta look like this person, and you become your own unique person, you get your you get your own piece of the 7 billion people that are on social media. And there are new social media platforms that come out every single day. Your goal is not to focus so much as the authority on and I'm gonna tell you this. You have to be in the authority, you have to prepare yourself in your business to be able to delegate in your business. Okay. Not being a slave driver or anything like that, but being the leader that can delegate certain parts and say that this is what I need you to do, and I can communicate that effectively. And that's where imagination comes in even more, because your imagination is going to play a part in how you lead. It's going to play a part in how you document your process. It's going to play a part in how you connect with people. It's going to play a part in how people enjoy working along with you. Like, imagination is not just, it's not just creativity. It's just your ability to be able to say, okay, I see it this way, and write that down, right? And then if it's something that is like drawing, you can get somebody else to draw something for you. Like, don't limit your creativity. Don't limit your creativity to what you see online. Don't limit your creativity to just being focused on, I need $1 million or I need to make 6 figures in order to be able to do this. You have to think beyond that as a part of your ability, your ability to use your imagination. So color outside of the lines, think outside of the box, take some time out to say, you know what, I think this would be better this way. Because as we get to creating your authority roadmap and we get to the part where we're literally creating your framework, you want to make sure you have something that's unique, right? So people aren't constantly saying, oh my God, like we got to go through this again, another boring way of doing this. All right, we're down to T and Y. So, T, we want to make sure we are transparent. When you are dealing with people, you want to make sure you are completely clear and transparent so that they can get in touch with who you are. As I told y'all yesterday, the woman that I am, I have been molested. I have been abused. I've been through parts where I hated myself completely. I've been through parts where, I've been fired from jobs. I've been through parts where I've invested in things and they haven't come back. I've been hurt. I've been through all of those things, right? But knowing that I'm able to go through and say, you know what? I've been through those things, but this is how I overcame them. And I'm going to talk to you about that. And being transparent with people allows open communication so that you're able to talk to people and say, you know what? This is what I'm going through. This is what I've been through. And I'm able to establish a foundation of, this is what hurt me. This is how I'm healing from it. And also a part of being transparent. Um, it doesn't mean you tell all your business. Like, a lot of times people believe that being transparent is you going through and you saying every single thing that comes to your mind, every single thing that happens like that. Being transparent is just letting people know, hey, I've been there. I understand the experience. I did overcome, but you cannot be transparent when you are going through to the point uh where you ain't healed from it. The goal is not to be a garbage can or a garbage disposal where you're going through and you're just pouring out stuff and vomiting all the time. Everything's going wrong with you. You want to make sure when you are, I got my first like. Oh, Oh, I got my first like on Amp, y'all. So, yeah. You want to make sure you're not being a garbage disposal, that you're not just vomiting on people every single negative thing that has happened to you, all of your pains. You don't want to go through the process of feeling like people don't want to be around you or communicate with you, because every time they meet up with you, it's always something. And again, a part of being an authority is you have to have optimism, right? So if you're constantly transparent about negative things, and you're not finding a way to heal, and you're not finding a way to move forward, why would I connect with you? Why would I connect with somebody that is the authority on bull? Why would I connect with somebody that's the authority on completely, like, have you ever been around, or when it's cloudy outside? Think about when it's cloudy outside. When it's cloudy outside, you immediately get to the point where you're like, you know what? It's cloudy outside. Oh, I can see everybody's. What in the world? Um, exactly, Latasha. Exactly. She said this is why the community of graphic designers needs to charge accordingly instead of charging $5 for a logo specifically on Facebook. Listen, you are extremely right, Latasha. Like, I sincerely appreciate all of that. Like, for real. Um, I'm so sorry, y'all. So when you're going through and you're being transparent, when it's cloudy outside, y'all, don't y'all notice that you get sleepy, you get tired, you want to go to sleep, and you're like, why am I feeling this way? For my women, the week before and the week after our feminine issue, we be going through stuff, right? We're not trying to be the week before and the week after type of transparent, where we get groggy and we bring people down and we just constantly go through cycles. We want to be like a B12 injection. We want to be transparent. We want to give energy, and we want to make sure the energy that we're giving, that we're able to receive it back, and it's a positive way to receive it back. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had a coach that literally came to me, and I thought I was just being transparent, y'all. I thought I was being really clear. He came to me and he said, "Do you know every time you get on the mic, you're the most depressing part of the call?" I was like, bruh, what? I thought I was doing this the right way. He challenged me. And again, I told y'all I'm working on the nose thing. I think I did a lot less today. Um, he sat there and he told me, he said, you need to only talk about the benefits, only talk about your benefits. And I was like, here I am thinking I'm being clear, I'm being transparent. That's the best part of me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But literally, I was being a garbage can. I was spewing out a bunch of things that literally I hadn't healed from. I hadn't healed from the things from me as a child. I hadn't healed from the things from when I was younger. I hadn't healed from the things from my past relationship. I hadn't healed from those things. Am I still healing? Yes. But knowing in my mind and in my heart, hey, these things happened. I'm going to do what I need to do in order to move forward. So I'm moving forward with journaling. I'm reading books. Currently, I'm reading Are You Ready for the Yes? And Uncloned Marketing. And Uncloned Marketing. I'm also going through, and every morning I've started a process with my friends where we have really been going through the process of understanding, okay, us developing a process of prayer, developing a schedule of how things are supposed to happen, right? I know it may seem crazy, strange, all the other stuff, but yeah, being transparent, making sure you're not a garbage can in the situation. And why is saying yes to strategic opportunities. So a lot of times you're going to get certain opportunities and it may seem utterly crazy. And one thing I will say, reading this book, Are You Ready for the Yes, has been very helpful. And listen, when I read books, I'm taking notes, I'm highlighting, I'm going through all these things so that I can, understand more about what's going on. I'm not just reading through, and it actually helps with my ADHD and things like that. So, Are You Ready for the Yes is a great book to go through when you're preparing for yes. But I'm saying say yes to strategic opportunities. A lot of y'all have prepared yourself to say no. Okay. A part of being the authority, you have to say yes to some stuff that you may not feel comfortable doing. Or you may feel, why would you choose me, right? How would you choose me? I promise you, there are some things you should be saying yes to, but you're not saying yes to those because you said yes to the wrong things and yes to the wrong people. A lot of y'all have said yes to helping other people build their businesses and their ideas, and then you're wondering why yours isn't going anywhere because you have not said yes to your own strategic opportunities. You haven't said yes to getting you a coach, but you encourage somebody else to be a coach, or you've been coaching somebody else and they've been successful with your coaching and you're doing it for free. You're coaching and helping these people for free, or you're coaching and helping them for a completely discounted rate, like some discounted food stamps or a meal, when you should be getting paid your worth, and they're making money off of it, and they're not looking at you as the authority because you have not put a price tag on it. You have not told them or demanded that you be paid your worth for these things. So when you say yes to strategic opportunities, you want to make sure you're saying yes to opportunities that benefit you, that aren't taken from the mouths of the people that you're responsible for. You want to make sure it's something that's not just profitable, but something that's um going to build you internally. So when that coach told me that, and he was honest with me about what I was going on, I knew I was in the right place, right? Me saying yes to the opportunity to work with them literally gave me other opportunities. Me saying yes last year to getting on Clubhouse and going through all of these hours of doing things, um, gave me my first profitable year in business, right? Me saying yes to learning how to launch is giving me the ability to go through and be able to help people learn how to launch other things and launch my own things that are going to be helpful to people. Me saying yes to things, and it doesn't always mean I'm saying yes to things because they're free. Okay? A lot of people, y'all are only saying yes to things because they're free. But when you're saying yes to things only because they're free and you're expecting a return for people to be able to pay you, you got to understand people are going to come to you and be like, why should I pay you when you only do free things? When you only accept free things, you're always collecting these freebies. Your inbox is full of freebies. Your inbox is full of these things, and none of this stuff you've paid for. You have said yes to pain. You have said yes to hurt. But how about saying yes to love, loving yourself? How about saying yes to the opportunity to collaborate with somebody that you wouldn't have thought you would have collaborated with from Jump Street? What about saying yes to something that's actually benefiting you, rather than going through and saying yes to things that are not beneficial to you and your household, right? So I'm going to get ready to end. And oh man, I forgot I did not pray before we started, but I will end in prayer. So lastly, I'm going to tell you why being the authority is important. When you are the authority, you're able to say, you know what? I know exactly who solves this problem. Okay. You want to be that person. So when you think about building a website online, think about who you think about first. If you think about an e-commerce website, who you think about? Shopify. Okay. When you think about I'm going to catch a ride and I need a taxi, people don't even say taxi no more. What they say? I'm catching the Uber, right? Even though Lyft exists, people say I'm catching the Uber, right? I'm catching the Uber, and they may go to Lyft for a different price. Being the authority makes you the first choice. It makes sure that your name stands out above any and everything else, right? It makes sure that your packages and people know you and they can pinpoint that you solve this problem the best. Making sure you have the best product, you have the best service, you have the best scholarship, you are the absolute best person. And you have to get comfortable with hearing that. A lot of y'all are not comfortable with hearing you're the best because you have been hurt so many times by people who tried to belittle you about the things that you wanted to try and you wanted to be good at, and they looked at the fact that you failed, and when they said you failed, they took that as though you failed, you're not going to make it. So let go of all of those negative beliefs, let go of all of those negative things, change your mindset in regards to being out front and expressing yourself in that way, and allow yourself to heal and be the obvious choice. People don't pick second rate. They don't. They don't. I love Delta. They got spacious seats and all that other stuff. I rode Spirit. I'll never ride them again. The planes feel like hospital beds. Okay. They're the obvious choice for the cheapest flights in the world. Okay. Delta is the obvious choice for international flights and flying anywhere you want to go in the world, right? American Express is the best credit card in the world, right? Uber is the number one place to go if you are interested in getting Uber is the best place to go if you want to go and get a ride. DoorDash for food. Everybody has a thing that they're connected to. Let yourself be connected to something and be the best at it. And I'm gonna end with this. My teacher, when I was in high school, literally told me, she was like, I don't care if you want to be a prostitute when you grow up, be the best prostitute you can be. There was a boy that was in her class that he didn't know the answers to the test, and we had to recite them in front of her. And because he didn't know the answers to the test, he went and had somebody go into the bathroom with the book and read him the answer. He played like he was shy and coy. This is when phones first came out. Okay, we didn't have Bluetooth headsets. We had the regular headsets. You plug it in the phone and you plug it in your ear. So when you plugged it in his ear, he leaned towards the board like this, and he literally was like saying everything verbatim. So then, after all that happened, the boy ended up getting caught because it fell out of his hand. The teacher gave him another chance to go home and learn it because he did something creative. He was imaginative, and even though he didn't learn it, she respected the fact that he was able to go through and be the best cheater. Okay, they have an entire TV show dedicated to cheaters. They suck at it, but there would not be a show called Cheaters if people didn't try to be the best at cheating, right? There wouldn't be a show called Cops if people didn't try to be the best cops or the best criminals. So please allow yourself to be the best at something. Stand out, be the authority, whatever it may be. Stand up and be great. I love y'all so much. This has been my first episode on AMP. I will be back tomorrow, and we will be discussing how a BBL will make you the authority. Now, this isn't what you think as far as the BBL is concerned, but I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll be going live on LinkedIn. We'll be going live on YouTube and Facebook and other places. Thank y'all so much for being utterly amazing. I'm going to end in a word of prayer. Lord God, I thank you right now for everybody that has watched this video on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and listen to me on AMP, Lord God. I'm asking that you step in the gaps, Lord God, and you allow them to be the authority and fulfill the purpose that you have instilled in them, Lord God. Our purpose requires that we stand out front, Lord God, and be the experts that are known for this thing. That when people ask for something or our gift specifically, Lord God, we are the first person that comes to mind. Lord God, we love you so much and we thank you right now. And we are ready and prepared for 2023. And we ask that your purpose be completely fulfilled within us from now until forever. And in your name we do pray. Amen. All right. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Thank you, AMP. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, LinkedIn. And y'all be amazing now. Keep it breezy. Morgan Wallen. So I know I can utilize this in order to be able to help people in another way. To work in the platinum department. If you had a gold card, it's just start. Your goal is not to focus so much as the authority on and I'm gonna tell you this. You have to be in the authority, you have to prepare yourself in your business to be able to delegate in your business. Okay. Build from it. The goal is not to be a business. Like a lot of times people believe that being transparent is you going through and you saying every single thing that comes to your mind, every single thing that happens like that. Being transparent is just let people know, hey, I've been there, I understand the experience. I did overcome, but you cannot be transparent. What you got? This is what I got for you, baby. Let me see. Now, what this is, I want you to take it out. Go ahead, take it out there. So, this is my promise ring to you, baby. Okay? This is my loyalty. This is my love. This is everything. This is me investing my time, everything into you. I only want to be with you. This is my promise. This is everything. I'm sorry, y'all. We have to stop the video because honestly, babe, first of all, I just want to say, like, this is something that you kind of like, I don't know what everybody else dream, but I dreamt about, like, just, I know this probably, like, y'all don't have to know this, but I gotta say this because this is something real girls should know this. Like, I dreamt about, like, this is something real girls should know this. Like, I dreamt about, like, a guy that listens and sees me and, like, hears me, like, and just everything that we talked about. Like, this ring just means more to me because, like, he thinks about little things, like, it,